Big is here, being joined alongside my broadcast partner, Chris Martin, as we are live once more. Welcome back over here to the Best in Boxing Live, our second edition, coming from the Salon Mezzanine in Baja California, the state that houses the city of Tijuana, as we have more action coming up for your viewing pleasure, as we're going to see Mario Ramirez take on Roman Villalejos in a 4-rounder, as we see now Mario making his way to the ring.
Damas y caballeros, Promociones Boristeca Boxing presenta nuestro siguiente encuentro, pactado a 4 rounds en la división de peso super pluma. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for 4 rounds of boxing in the super featherweight division. Your 3 judges scoring, sus 3 jueces, Max Zúñiga, Sergio Lechuga y Francisco Pacheco. And your third man at the bell, el tercero a superficie, Fernando Renteria. Introducing to you first the fighter standing in the blue corner, wearing black trunks with silver trim. He's official weight 130 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, vistiendo calzoncillo negro con plata, con un peso de 130 libras. As a professional, he stands with 7 victories against 4 losses, and 3 of his victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 7 victorias, 4 derrotas y 3 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. De la bella Cenicienta del Pacífico, Ensenada, Baja California, Roma, el tío Villalejos. And his opponent across the ring is standing in the red corner, wearing red trunks with gold trim. His official weight 130 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, vistiendo calzoncillo rojo con oro, con un peso idéntico de 130 libras. As a professional, he stands with 4 victories against 1 loss, and 3 of his victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 4 victorias, 1 derrota y 3 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. El hijo pródigo de Camalú, Baja California, Mario, el güero Ramírez. And here with the final instructions, Fernando Renteria.
Jóvenes, listo con las reglas, cuidado con los cabezazos, no golpes en la nuca, no golpes en la espalda ni bajo el cinturón. Cuídense en todo momento, vamos a chocar los guantes, suerte, gana el mejor.
4 rounds in the super featherweight division about to go down here in Tijuana, Mexico. As we begin round number 1, Mario Ramirez in the red trunks with a record of 4-1, going up against Roman Villalejos with a record of 7-4 in the black trunks with silver trim. Ramirez fighting out of Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico, in the southpaw stance.
And as I mentioned earlier, for Mario Ramirez, you know how we don't get to see earlier on in the career who you're going to fight, how he's going to fight. And Roman Villalejos, southpaw, and bringing the action to Mario Ramirez in this round.
Yeah, thanks for correcting me. I did note that Ramirez was southpaw, and that was a mistake on my end. As Villalobos moving forward, popping that jab, but Ramirez is staying calm in there and landing good shots of his own. And it's apparent that Mario is more of a boxer than a brawler. He's not your typical Mexican fighter. And don't get me wrong, if you oblige him, he will return the favor and brawl with you, but he prefers to box over brawling.
As he did right now. But yeah, like you mentioned, it's a new generation of Mexican boxers. We have the heart of a lion. We want to return fire, but there's a smart way to do it. There's a smart way to do it, and Mario Ramirez is doing it right now.
Both fighters exchanging punches, though. Not much being landed as both able to slip there.
And Roman Villalejos, no easy prey. He's doing a good job of keeping the distance,
Ramirez
returning fire when he has to.
As he's backing up, Villalejos lands another hook.
And it seems as Villalejos is trying to make it an ugly fight in there.
Ramirez complaining of potentially a headbutt there. I didn't get a chance to get a good angle on it. Though when you have a southpaw go up against an orthodox fighter, that does tend to happen a lot.
It's always going to be a recurring thing, headbutts, you know, southpaw orthodox.
A competitive first round comes to the end as both Mario Ramirez and Roman Villalejos having their moments in this fight. Chris, from what you've seen, who did you give that first round to?
Well, it was an even round. I think just on the technical aspect of the game, I have to give it to Mario Ramirez. Roman Villalejos seemed to be a little bit too jittery in there, not really having his legs under him, and Ramirez seemed to be like the more well-polished boxer in there.
No, that's what I was going to say right now too. From my first initial observation, he just seems a bit more relaxed, a little bit more technical in there as well, and he's not so like wound up or tight.
Yes, absolutely. Like Villalejos seems to be wound up and tight, and maybe this second round, he already loosened up the first round. See what he brings.
Round number 2 now underway. And Mario Ramirez has an interesting story, Chris. You know, he was signed by Boristeca Boxing after he lost a fight against Armando Tovar, who we're going to see later in the broadcast. And the weirdest thing is he was so upset over the loss that he broke down in the locker room. The promoter went to go congratulate him on a great fight, saw that he was broken down, and he informed him, hey, you know what, you fought your heart out, I'm going to go ahead and sign you. And now he's here in this fight wanting to prove to the promoters that the signing was a good choice.
Well, I think Saul Rios sees the same thing that I see right now. Is a very composed, good fighter in Mario Ramirez. He has very good boxing skills, and he brings action, which is what promoters want. We want to see action as a fan.
As both fighters exchanging blows in the center of the ring.
And we've seen it before where Mexican fighters lose their first fight and go on to have excellent careers.
Villalejos attempting to mount some sort of a offense, though. He seems to be the one that's being backed by the punches of Ramirez so far in this round and a half.
And there you go, Villalejos trying to make it an ugly fight again. I think that's his only shot, considering Ramirez is very well polished. He's very well schooled in there.
Though Villalejos just right now landing a straight left hand. Attempts another one, but it slipped by Ramirez.
And now Ramirez opting to box a little more and gets aggressive now, gets him in the corner.
He takes a hard body punch there, and another one again, as Ramirez has Villalejos on the ropes.
And that's what Ramirez needs to throw. He needs to keep throwing that lead right hand. Lead right hand, gonna connect every single time with the southpaw.
Especially with the southpaw, given the angle of how both fighters are positioned.
Once again, Villalejos making it an ugly fight, having a little bit of success right there in the corner.
Hey, hit anything you can in a situation where you're finding yourself going up against a fighter who's more technical than you.
Absolutely. Good combination by Ramirez.
As we now come to the end of round number 2. Another round, it seems, in the books for Mario Ramirez. And if you're in the corner of Villalejos, Chris, what do you tell him? What does he have to do?
He needs to set his feet a little bit more because he seems to be lunging at his shot. So if he goes and stays on planted to the ground, he's going to be able to generate more power as he throws. As for Ramirez, he just needs to keep doing what he's doing.
Ramirez having a strong first 2 rounds so far here in Tijuana, Mexico. Having the crowd coming here and supporting him. And actually, Mario comes from a very small town in this part of Mexico called Camalu. And his hometown rents a bus. They all get in there, and they drive up here to support him and come to his fights.
Yes, and you can definitely hear the crowd. He's a fan favorite here.
As we begin round number 3, Villalejos seems to be trying to gauge his distance on the bigger, more technical Ramirez. As Ramirez once again digging nice shots to the body and mixing it up to the head. Throws a 3-punch combination now. He's bringing the fire.
And as we mentioned in the first round, this is the reason why he was signed to Boristeca Boxing. He has a crowd-pleasing style, very aggressive, and a very polished boxer.
In that last exchange, though, Villalejos landed some good punches. One of note was a straight left hand, though. He just ate a hook right there. Ooh, and another hook landed on the face of Villalejos.
And once again, that straight right hand, he's landing more and more.
But there you see once again, once Ramirez lands a shot, Villalejos went ahead and came back and responded with a counter straight of his own.
Yeah, he's definitely giving Ramirez a hard time in there, not making it easy for him tonight. Good body shot by Villalejos. Bringing the pressure now to Ramirez, bringing the pressure.
That is a change of tactics so far. We haven't seen him be the aggressor in the fight, though. Ramirez, just like that, in a snap of a finger, is able to change his position and make it favor him.
And that's the boxing skills coming into play, Marco. So that's going to play out more and more in this fight as Villalejos starts to get tired. Mario Ramirez is going to keep showing that skill.
Another thudding shot by Ramirez as he sneaks a good uppercut. Ramirez, you can tell there's a major difference when a Ramirez punch lands compared to a Villalejos punch when it lands. There's just a lot more oomph in the punches of Ramirez. And Villalejos not really working with the jab. It's more of a rangefinder in there for him.
Yeah, he definitely just throws it out there to find range and try to connect his wild shots, as he's doing right now. Having a little bit of success right there.
Yeah, Villalejos just aiming for anything. Ramirez lands a straight right hand right there.
And that was good technique. Turn him around, put him on the ropes.
Villalejos might be hurt. That body shot might have stunned him a little bit as Ramirez keeps digging to the body. And we end round number 3. Ramirez in complete control so far of his opponent.
Good round by both fighters, but I think Mario Ramirez went ahead and showed his skills a little more than Villalejos.
Now, since signing with Bodisteca Promotions, Ramirez, has fought 3 times since being signed. So he's beginning to start building up his record. On paper, Roman Villalejos has the better record with the 7-4 record. But it's these fights that help a prospect that may have started on the wrong foot or may have gotten a loss along the way to help them build confidence and build skills.
Yeah, absolutely. This test, if he does get through it, because we still have one more round, is going to be a big experience factor later on in his career.
Here we go, round number 4, final round between Mario Ramirez and Roman Villalejos, where over the course of 3 rounds, Ramirez has shown that he is the more technical fighter, more pop in his punches, and though he has exchanged with Villalejos in this fight, and Villalejos has gotten his punches, he is winning these rounds.
And beautiful combination there by Ramirez.
Good footwork now by Ramirez as he's moving in and out of punches, throwing combinations, just digging to the body right there.
Beautiful overhand right by Ramirez.
Villalejos now.
But there's no quit in Villalejos.
No, there's not. But visibly, you could see that fatigue is taking place now. He's not throwing as many punches as he was before.
No, but that herky-jerky movement is still there and still awkward for Mario Ramirez. I think that may be the reason why he's unable to capitalize. He's very unpredictable, Villalejos.
Good movement by Ramirez there. You don't see many Mexican fighters able to cut angles the way he has shown in these last 3.5 rounds.
Beautiful body shot by Ramirez.
So Villalejos having some success with that lead left hand. And that is the main weapon of a southpaw when they're going up against an orthodox fighter, is that lead left hand.
There you go, just ask Manny Pacquiao.
As he lands another one. Having probably the best round of the fight so far, Villalejos, but I still can't see him being ahead as the activity is just not there.
The round is more competitive, but I believe that Ramirez is still landing the harder shots, like you said, the more thudding, oomph shots. Even though Villalejos is putting up a great fight, giving a good account of himself.
Ramirez, though, just ate 2 punches in a row. Got to make sure that he keeps his hands up and not get caught with something unexpected as he lands a check left hook right there to the jaw of Villalejos. And another thudding body shot. Ooh, straight left hand gets the attention of Ramirez. Ramirez now getting angry, thinking, hey, you got me, now it's my chance to get you back. Let's go.
And that's a sign of a fighter. You know, he came right back after getting hit with a hard shot.
And there we go, the end of round number 4. The final round as both of these warriors putting it all on the line here tonight in Tijuana, Mexico. Chris, your impressions of how both fighters fought here tonight?
Well, Mario Ramirez, very technical fighter. When Villalejos connected with shots, he brought out the fighter, the warrior in Mario Ramirez. Excellent fight. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 4-0, Mario Ramirez.
You know, I gotta oblige you on that. I think Ramirez showed the more polished technique in there, landed the better punches, and I can't see a round going to Villalejos. It just wasn't enough activity from him. He wasn't throwing enough.
And that's what a good boxer does to his opponent. He neutralizes his output. You know, if you're going to continue to be successful, you need to neutralize your opponent's output, and you're the one that needs to be on the executing end, putting in those punches and connecting the way that Mario Ramirez did.
Well, let's go ahead and hear what the judges have to say about this fight. Let's go ahead and take it up to our ring announcer, Pablo Flores.
Damas y caballeros, este combate se ha ido a la distancia de 4 rounds. Por lo tanto, tenemos la decisión de los jueces. After 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Pero antes, fuerte el aplauso a ambos peleadores, Román Villalejos y Mario El Güero Ramírez, por este gran combate. Los 3 jueces, Francisco Pacheco, Sergio Lechuga y Max Zúñiga, coinciden en tarjetas 40-36. All 3 judges have scored the same, 40-36. For your winner by the way of unanimous decision, su ganador por la vía de la decisión unánime, Camalú, Baja California, Mario El Güero Ramírez.
Proving his record to 5-1, as he's going to go ahead and speak to us right
Mario,
now.
una gran pelea y una excelente condición. Tu 6ª victoria aquí en Boristaca Boxing Promotion. ¿Qué sientes?
Pues ahorita cansancio, pero siento las fuerzas de que pude haber dado más, pero sí, en verdad me cansé poquito. Espero no vuelva a pasar, la verdad. Pues estoy contento por haber ganado. Yo sé que no fue un rival muy fácil, la verdad, pero pues hicimos todo lo que pudimos y gracias a Dios salimos con las manos en alto.
Sabemos que eso es lo que le gusta al Güero, los retos. ¿Qué viene para nosotros y qué mensaje le quieres mandar a toda la gente que te apoya?
Pues yo les puedo decir que gracias por el apoyo que me han dado. Primeramente, pues a Dios por haberme dado la oportunidad de ganar y pues gracias a todos los que vienen a apoyarme y a los que no, pues también gracias. Esperemos seguir dando lo mejor y demostrando de que estamos hechos.
Ahí está su 6ª victoria, el Güero Ramírez. Felicidades.
It's a good showing from Mario Ramirez, where the bus of his fans from Kamalu is now going to turn into a party bus celebrating his 5th professional win here tonight.
That should be the case.